to get it going. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Blue Devils will be in a hole thanks to that short return. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to throw, it's Riddick. Fires to the wideout.
Pick that.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So North Carolina's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Potts. Setting up the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, they get the running back screen. It seemed like they caught the defense off guard a little bit, David. How does that feel for you as a pass-rushing defensive end when they run that play on you in that situation?
It is so not loud in the stadium,
your eyes
man.
Get big as saucers. It's like sack time, sack time. Oh, no, he just fooled me. They let me go up the field. I didn't really beat my guy there.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Discards a man. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space.
They were, man.
They were. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hicks. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I had a
And those
blitz on this
physical
one.
runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Riddick. They're trying to get to him. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
He'll try to do it himself. Get the touchdown, get the 1st down, or just get down. And the quarterback does. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get it stopped at the 22-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Throwing right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down.
Cannot drop that ball.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd down play from the gun. Caught close to the marker. It's good. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The give to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They won't let me move.
The option look. He'll toss it. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Grab behind the line. It's
Get
Johnson.
that off.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were.
Man, come on.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Oh, that's the computer.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
That's so true.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Lofts one high and deep. Made the catch with enough for the first down, but he was out of bounds, incomplete, and a turnover on downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. DB's right up on the receivers. Coming after him. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Back to pass, it's Riddick. A little screen to the running back. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's going to pass on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Did enough, big boy.
Great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack. Obviously, you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking left.
That's a pick, man.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And that is a huge
that's the
conversion
computer.
on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play. And
That's the damn
they're
computer.
thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Unleashes to the end zone.
Leave a man
And it's
downfield.
a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for a man. It's Riddick. Looking to the end zone.
That's a pick. They would not let him go. He literally broke on it and then stopped.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look, just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up to add another. blitz the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 10 over Penn State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Takes the easy one to the back. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. And the quarterback caught him too and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looking to throw, it's Riddick. Flushed out of the pocket.
You spied your tail.
And they're able to make the tackle.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field.
Hey, you set me up.
About the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Offense getting set for first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out route.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the tight
Oh,
end.
crap.
Into double coverage,
I
and
saw
it's
them waiting on
intercepted.
that. I don't know
Bringing
why
it
I did
back.
that.
He's inside the 40.
Then I know they were slaying it. Oh, now he speeds up.
And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Duke. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone.
We should be blowing them up.
Jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air.
Good throw.
Got his man to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're looking to pass.
I saw you sit on that.
Dances away to buy time.
Got him.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll test the right side. Gets away from one, finds room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Riddick. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today.
He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll try the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And it's
man, you can't hold that fast. I just snapped the ball.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. He leaves it with his back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Catch in the middle. It's good. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The hand to the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success.
I knew it.
Now it's picked off.
There's no way they was leaving him like that. I knew he was bailing.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3 or 4.
That's the most interceptions. 2 interceptions today.
Catching the football. He's acting like
the most all you.
Out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Gonna run it. It's
Oh,
Nicholson.
crap.
Shakes off the defender. How about the patience from
My
this
opponent's
sophomore
smart.
to hunt that green
Respect my
grass?
opponent.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Right back to the well. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he gave him the limp leg.
Here we go with this bullcrap.
A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try to snap it quickly. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got it in the middle. It's
Dang
his.
it. Got there too late.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 3rd and short,
Why am I taking false reads?
here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Penn State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with it.
He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
The give to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Touchdown, UNC! And that one will give them the lead.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
1st down for this offense. To the air, it's Riddick. Quarterback now breaking the field. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw.
Dang it, I saw that.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
See the angle they made him take? Man, this is not even realistic.
Really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Got it, looking for the 1st down. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Scanning the field, it's Riddick. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Duke! And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. Can anyone catch him? The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking to throw, it's Riddick. Throws to the wideout.
I'm about to say, if he catch that.
Use that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward.
Dude, it's not loud in here.
To your completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock going.
Oh, come on.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll leave it with him. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. To the air, it's Riddick. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
Good deep.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have some.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Looking for a man. It's Riddick. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before
Maybe
the
that's big
pickup
plays.
and a first down for this offense.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result...
He's going to throw deep right side.
That's a
And the
big.
incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
I picked inside. They still got
Fingers
inside.
incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used
Are
this
we in
game.
man? People supposed to be coming on the other side of the field.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's now 2nd down.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to throw, it's Riddick. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting...
Oh, I got there too late.
Spears it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
It's my fault.
Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Dang it, I did
They
it
get the
again.
timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Shoots it to the left.
Boy, you wouldn't have jumped.
They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are